As we continue with our coverage of the trade fair, Julie Owino was able to prepare this for us. Let's listen in.
So at this particular time, we actually have the fourth annual International Trade Fair, and we expect President Uhuru Kenyatta, who's going to be in this event anytime from now. But we also want to look at the agriculture sector. How is it performing so far? What are some of the emerging trends known to happen in the agriculture sector? And right now, I'm joined by Dr. Mark Odingo, Washington. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. What could probably be the newest trend that you see most farmers adopting in the agriculture sector?
Thank you very much for having me. As a county government, our interest is to encourage urban agriculture. And as you know, we have a challenge of space. There isn't quite as much cultivation land as the rest of the counties have. So we have developed new urban technologies like you've seen on our farms, where farmers can use as little space as possible, including multi-story gardens, corn gardens. We have planted everything. On this farm, there is technology of every kind, and we hope that in the course of the year, we can bring youth groups and women groups here, teach them the technologies, and then help them with our extension officers back wherever they are so that they can get into agriculture and make some money. Because we know agriculture has quite a bit of money, especially the high potential horticultural crops.
Okay, Mark, you've talked about, you've said the farm has some new technology. What is that one specific technology that you're going to point out and you'd encourage farmers and probably the youth to also take up this new technology?
If you look on my extreme left, we have potted plants. Now, potted plants use anything from basins to pails, to cultivate some of these plants, the nyanyas, kales, spinach. And the thing is, even if you are at your balcony, you can actually have a multi-story level potted plants that could in fact feed an entire family of 3 or 4 for a long period of time. And these plants take 45 to 50 days to mature. So in a year, you could in fact have a whole 7 seasons of plantings. And it is likely that if you did that, even if you're not doing it for commercial purposes, you can supply your own fresh vegetable for the family for at least half of the year. And that is technology that for Nairobi will come in handy, given that 85% of our food comes from outside the county and it's very expensive.
Please talk about how the agriculture sector in Kenya is doing so far.
Of course, there are challenges, and some of those challenges include poor quality fertilizer, unpredictable rains, poor infrastructure, but more importantly, I think market access is a big problem. Farmers produce a lot of products, but they can't access the market. And I know for a fact that Nairobi County is designing a new Nairobi food market information system to be able to help those farmers that are doing this production out of Nairobi to be able to access our markets at an affordable rate. They are producing, we are consuming, we consume nearly 35% of all the fresh produce made in this country. We ought to have a better market access for these farmers. And we are collaborating with those counties that surround us so that then we can have a partnership to enable this to happen.
Thank you so much, Mark. As you've heard, they're saying the only problem that farmers in the agriculture sector have is the fact that there's a lot of produce in the country, but the problem is the market. We hope there's going to be probably good measures that will also help the farmers identify with the new markets in the country. Over to you in studio.